soul is the middle of your mind. Pretty much the way you think. Whatever you think in your mind is pretty much what you become. So it's saying clear in your mind and being pure in your mind, thinking positive thoughts, thinking good thoughts in your mind or whatever. The closer you will be able to get to or understand God. Because if your mind is not clear, or your emotions are all over the place, or your feelings are all over the place, there is no way possible. There's no way possible that you can understand God or see God or whatever the case may be. But that was the first thing I wanted to highlight on. Do you want to highlight anything, honey?
I have a lot. So I'm going to say the scripture again because I want to reference another one that's saying the same thing in the Old Testament. So again, in Matthew 5:8, God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. And another reference is in Psalms, where David is talking about how we can be blessed by God. This is what it's basically saying. So in Psalms 24:3-4, it says, "Who may climb the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in his holy place? Only those whose hands and hearts are pure, who do not worship idols and never tell lies." And so we think about God as unconditional, right? Doesn't matter what we do, God is going to do X, Y, and Z. But it speaks to God and unconditional as far as his love. No matter what we do, God's love towards us is unconditional. But here it's talking about being blessed. And it is a condition. There's something that you must do in order to be blessed. I think a lot of people confuse that with grace and mercy. And what we have to understand is with grace, God's free and unmerited favor towards sinful humanity. That's grace. No matter if you're sinning or not, God extends his grace toward us. And that's the same thing with mercy. It's that it's an act of divine favor or compassion, withholding the punishment or judgment. That's the difference between grace and mercy versus blessings. So there's a condition in order for you to be blessed by God, because blessings mean divine favor or heavenly reward. So think about rewards in general. Let's say, who do you know that just gets a reward for doing nothing, right? So in order for you to receive God's reward or God's blessing, there's a condition that you must do. And in Psalms, it says that your hands and your heart are to be pure. So when we're talking about heart, it's the mind, right? And that you're not to worship idols and never tell lies. And here's the thing, that if you think about reward and you're in school, right? And you're going through your classes, and if you're a straight A student, you get a reward. If you're not doing your work, you don't get a reward. And you have to think of that in the concept of God and being pleasing to him, that he will reward you for doing what is right, not just being lazy, sitting around and doing things. In order for you to receive his blessing, it requires you to do something. And about lies, we were talking about this last night, about how we deceive our own self and we lie to ourselves. And Psalms 24 is basically saying that how God greatly values honesty. Dishonesty comes easy, especially when complete truthfulness could cost us something. And it makes me think of what we're kind of going through. So right now, we're about to file our taxes, right? And so most people, this is a great example. Most people, when it comes to filing taxes, are untruthful. Why? Because if complete truthfulness can cost us something, either meaning you won't get a tax money back or you'll owe. So when you're doing taxes, and this is what we're doing, I'm constantly thinking like we have to be truthful in doing taxes. And you could think about that as kids in school, where it comes to, if I cheat on this test, I can pass this class, get a good grade and pass this class. If I don't, there's a cost to me. I may fail this class. So you think about, should I be dishonest? Which means I can cheat on my tests and pass this class. Or if I operate in complete truthfulness, meaning I didn't study, I didn't do my schoolwork, so therefore I'm not going to pass this test, you risk the risk of failing. And unfortunately, dishonesty comes easy, especially when complete truthfulness means a cost to you. And so this is what God is saying. There's a reward for being truthful with Him, because we have to first understand we can't lie to God anyway. God is with us. It's no different than if I have a child, right? And my child comes to me and says, I was born in November. And I'm like, no, you weren't. You were born in July. How do I know you were born in July? I carried you. I went through labor pains. I was sweating. I was in discomfort. I remember that date, and you were born in July. But my child is coming to me saying, nope, I was born in November. There is no way my child is going to convince me that they were born in November. That's how it is with God. And you're praying to God and you're lying. God is sitting there like, no matter what you say to me, you can't convince me because I was there in the midst of your sin. That's how you need to think about it when you're praying to God. He's requiring us to have a pure heart. And if we have a pure heart, meaning truthful, that He will hear us and He will see, and we will be able to see Him.
Well, I'm gonna keep saying this, and I learned this it wasn't by my own choice, but I ended up learning this. And I know a lot of people that are, they try to be truthful. Like, I can go to someone and say, you know what, the reason why you're not losing the weight you want to be, is because of that. Yeah, I know, whatever. But they never transfer over to, even though they know the truth is why they're not losing the weight, they never transfer over to actually getting into the process and the action of losing weight. So I'm going to keep harping on that, even though you know the truth, you have to get away from those people that you currently know, or that situation that you're currently in. Because if you, like, even for someone that is doing good in their life, or they think they have these big egos, if you're around people that are constantly feeding to your ego, or whatever the case may be, you would never see the truth, because they're feeding your ego. It goes many different ways, but I'm telling you, and I think you've probably learned this in time, with getting away, moving away, probably. I don't know. I don't want to speak for you, but for me, getting away from where I was from, the people that I currently called my friends, and whatever the case may be, was the only way I was able to see the light. It was the only way I was able to see the light, and it was because I got away from that influence of what I thought was right, and let God show me what was right. And the truth about you, only God can tell you that. Only God can tell you that, period. I can't tell her the truth about herself, even though I can tell her as much as I can to try to help her, but only God can really show her who she really is, period. Mm-hmm. No need to talk anymore about it. But try your best, and I don't care, wherever you're at, if you feel like you're in a situation where you can't move, or you can't get away, or whatever, try your hardest to figure it out. Figure out a way to get away from that influence, because it has an effect on your life. And if you stay in that situation or around those people, it's so hard. It's so difficult. So difficult.
I have one last piece.
No, go ahead.
And so, again, God blesses those whose hearts, right, are pure, for they will see God, right? You will receive God's blessing. And again, like I said, dishonesty comes easily, especially when complete truth could cost us something. It comes easy when it makes us uncomfortable or puts us in an unfavorable light. And it makes me think of, something being, when you're in an unfavorable light, it's like, let's say you're starting out in a relationship and your partner wants to know, well, how many people in your past were you sexually active with? if you said, in your mind, if the truth was, I know this is crazy, 100 people, right? And that person is asking you this, it's going to put you in an unfavorable light if you tell the complete truth. So again, dishonesty comes easy. You're just going to say what? 5, to make yourself look good. But dishonest communication hinders relationship, because trust and believe, everything that's done in the dark, every lie has its way of coming back up, right? So I think about this situation with me that happened years ago when this guy I was talking to, I guess at some point I said, hey, I probably wouldn't marry somebody who's been married before or had kids, and that stuck with him. And so he ended up lying to me, saying that he wasn't married and didn't have any kids, as if that wasn't going to come out, And here's the thing, because you are so concerned with being put in an unfavorable light or something not going your way, because in his mind, he was like, oh, this will hinder me from getting in a relationship with her. So I'm just going to lie. You're denying your child. You're denying who you are, your past, just to satisfy somebody else, when essentially, that's going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to come out. So when you think about being dishonest before God, understand it doesn't matter what you tell him, he already knows. And it's going to hinder your relationship with him, because he's sitting here like, I cannot believe that you think I'm all knowing, I'm all powerful, I'm all seeing, but yet and still, you don't think I can see past your lies that you're sitting here telling me. Are you serious? So that's going to hinder your relationship with God, because he's saying you're not even willing to be honest with me, who already knows what you're doing.
But the key about that, and why a lot of people do that, is because initially it feels like that you're getting away. That has happened to me before. It feels like you're getting away, like, okay, all right, nothing didn't happen. Okay, well, it's okay for me to do it. And then when you get away with it that first time, it becomes a whole trail of just lies, because you're like, well, nothing didn't happen that time. And before you know it, you go years, and then it comes back and bites you. You're like, oh, jeez, if I just hadn't done it, if I just didn't tell that lie. You're right, though. I have to agree with you. Go ahead.
But without honesty, a relationship with God is impossible. It doesn't happen.
Without honesty?
Without honesty, a relationship with God is impossible. You cannot have a relationship based off of lies. Just think about, as two people, our relationship is not going to last if it is based off of dishonesty and lies and untruth. And that's the same what it is with God. If you, without honesty, a relationship with God is impossible.
Well, you might have a relationship, but it's not going to be a pure, authentic, righteous, whatever relationship.
So let's go back to what you said. A half truth is a what?
It's a lie.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I'm talking about for those, I'm not saying you're wrong. Definitely not. I'm saying you're right, but I'm talking about, because you have a lot of people that go to services every Sunday. They go to these religious services and do all these other things. They're saying, oh, I have a relationship with God. But as soon as they get out of church, they go back to lying. So do they have a relationship with God? In their terminology, yeah.
Let's think of it this way. You're an associate of God. There's a difference between knowing God and an associate. It's just like with a person. If I work with somebody and we work on projects, I associate with you, but it doesn't mean that I know you. I don't know what you do in your personal life, what your character is outside of work. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is with God. Yeah. People want to say, yeah, I know God. If you really knew God, then you wouldn't continue to do the things that you're doing and being comfortable in it. Or, the fact that we all sin. I don't care. But there's a difference between when you knowingly sin and continue to do it, and when you sin, you fall short, but you repent and try to do better. Here's the thing. When people to me say they know God and they continue to sin, and not just sin, but flaunt it. You're openly flaunting your sin, saying you know God. You know, that makes absolutely no sense. If I'm a drunk, right? I drink, or whatever it is that I do, it's better for me to go in my closet and do that and say, you know, I know God, than to be out drinking, drunk, falling all over the place, you know, cursing people out, whatever it is that happens when I get drunk. Everybody else has a different experience. And saying, yeah, I know God. It's like, really, if you know God, then you also know that God can take that away from you, right? And I'm not saying that we have to be perfect. I say we should strive for perfection. I think it's possible to strive for perfection. I really do. And I think in striving for perfection, in anything that we do for perfection, in your job, in your, I don't care. You have to work at it. To have a good relationship, you have to constantly be working at your relationship. And that's how it is with God. Constantly work to each day to be a little bit better. It's not going to happen overnight, but you should be aiming. You should be headed in that direction. I am a work in progress. Every day I see something about me that I do not like. If I'm being honest with myself, if I'm being honest with God, there are things that I don't like, and I gravitate to those things because it's familiar. It's a familiar spirit. It's something that I've done so long. I'm comfortable in it. But God has the ability to shine that light on it and say, that's not good. You really need to work on that. And just because the light is shined on it, do I change overnight? No. I would love to, but I'm a work in progress, but I'm hoping to be working towards it and getting better each and every day.
I think it's possible to change overnight. I think if you really want to change, I don't think you have to go months, years, or days. If you really want to change, you can change.
That's true.
You can change. But I wanted to highlight on that one instance because honestly, I have seen that more than anything. You know, and it's not like, you're having a judgment or something. They're quickly putting it out there for people to see it. It's not like you have to make a judgment. It's like, so you question it like, okay, how is it possible that you say that you know God, but I have sat here and watched you do something unethical, immoral, or whatever. But you just sang in the choir, or you preached the word, or you prayed all day, whatever the case may be. You said you know God, but then I just sat here and watched you do something unethical, immoral. Not just one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times.
One time, okay. That's a mistake. But, if you're continuously doing this behavior openly, with no shame, no repentance, then how can you really say, you know God?
And that's what it's talking about here. And the people, I don't understand how people don't realize it, that you're basically revealing what's in the soul of your mind, the heart, the middle of your mind. By what you reveal from inside of you, it comes out naturally. So it's letting people know that you are not pure in your heart. You're not authentic. You're not, righteous in your thinking the way God wants you to be.
Yeah.
And it goes through, you can read it from Genesis all the way to Revelation. It talks about righteousness. Righteousness is clear thinking in your mind from your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, all of it. When you get there, you become Christ-like. And that's the closest thing you can get to knowing God.
But in order to become Christ-like, you have to know what Christ is. That's the thing. It's not, I have a recollection or somebody told me. There's a difference between, knowing and having, some knowledge of a small part of an area. You have to spend time with God. In order for me to have really gotten to know him, I had to study him and spend time with him. That's it. And that's no different than God. Once you know God and you've hidden his word in your heart so you may not sin against him, because he's in you. He's in you. His words are in you. It's going to resonate, and it's going to trigger something in your mind when you go to do something that's not right. I'm not saying that you're just going to stop and not do it, but trust me, something is going to be there to be like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't do this. Now, maybe the first time you're not strong enough, but as you continue to put his word deep down inside of you, it's going to register in your mind every time you go to do that behavior. And you'll become stronger and stronger to resist that behavior. And like you said, some people, when you have a made up mind, you can do it overnight. It's just, I want to stop smoking cigarettes. Some people can just shut that off.
But even the King David, if you read his story, he gave us prime examples how close God is to us, how near he is to us. If you go to Psalms 139, it says, "Oh Lord, you have examined my heart," which is what? Your mind, "and know everything about me." So he knows everything about you, so you can't keep a secret from him. So you know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts, even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know where I'm going to, you know what I am going to say, even before I say it. What does that tell you? You can't fool him. So you might as well get in the mindset of what Christ was trying to tell us, and learn from these principles and become a righteous person, so you can get to what King David was trying to tell us. You understand how God is running from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, and you can't avoid it. But it's up to you, your will, to choose it. You can either have an adversarial mind, or you can have a righteous mind and become Christ-like. Period. It's your choice. That's it. But you can't avoid it. You can't get away from God. Most people are lying and doing all this immoral, unrighteous, hateful, copious things today. And I'm like, why?
Because dishonesty is easy.
You wouldn't think that dishonesty was easy, even though it is.
Dishonesty is easy. It really is. And unfortunately, we're looking for the easy return, the easy money, the easy solution, and not realizing that sometimes taking the easy route requires you to be dishonest, requires you to lie, requires you to stab people in the back, requires you to do things that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, if you want to take the quick route,
and you really need to, it makes me think of that childhood story, the tortoise and the hare, where the rabbit was trying to win the race and was sleeping and doing all kinds of crazy stuff during the race because he knew he was faster than the turtle, and just assumed, oh, I'm going to win. I'm going to take the easy route. No big deal. And the turtle ended up winning the race. And so that's key. Focus on your race. What you have to do. Nobody else's. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Where they are, looking at their life through social media or whatever. Run your own race and be okay with who you are. And I know that there's a lot of things out there that makes you want to think less of yourself, right? You look at somebody like, wow, she's beautiful, and I don't have long hair like her, or my body is not like hers, or, my smile, whatever it is, my skin. And you start thinking less of yourself, right? And then you go out there seeking to do all of these things to make you look like somebody else. And even if you do it, 9 times out of 10, you're really not happy.
But what that does when you do that is you are rejecting God's creation.
Rejecting who you are. You'll never be satisfied.
You are telling God, I don't like what you made. I think you made a mistake when you made me. And that's the worst thing that you could ever do. However you look, however your size, whatever it is, however you come into the world today, understand He didn't make no mistakes. But it's up to you to seek him so he can reveal to you the gift he put into you. Because if you
Be the best you.
to be the
that
best
you
you.
can be.
Just understand, if you are thinking weak and negative about yourself right now, that is not the intention God had for you. There's something more beautiful, greater on the other side of that, but it's up to you to get out of your own mind and say, God, reveal to me who I am, what I'm supposed to be, and I guarantee you 100% that there's strength, there's beauty, there's happiness, there's joy. All of that comes with it. Guaranteed.
Be a leader, not a follower.
It's guaranteed.
With who you are. And I'm speaking to myself. It took me some time for me to be okay
man.
with who I was and all of my faults, but also just embracing all the uniqueness about me, everything, and being okay with that and saying, you know what? This isn't bad. Stop comparing myself to other people, because just like I don't have to walk a day in their shoes, they don't have to walk a day in mine.
So clear your mind, truth, humbleness, righteousness, mercy with divine grace, and having a pure mind. That's all we have for you guys today. We love you. We thank you for tuning in. Just make sure you like, subscribe, or share it with a friend. So we love you guys. Until next week.
Be blessed.
Be blessed. Bye-bye. You didn't give me a kiss either, but it's okay. It's okay.